Hello stamping friends, Brenda Hillard here at Create with Brenda. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I am located here in north central Minnesota. Today I have a really fun card for you. I was creating this morning for a card swap that I do every month with fellow demonstrators, and I wanted to share with you my creation for this month. And I really love it. I hope you do too. It uses the Rustic Harvest suite that can be found on page 48, 49, and then the details here on page 50 for the stamp set. So check that out. This is inside the mini catalog, the July through December 2022. Also, celebration is going on now through, let me make sure I have the right celebration catalog. No, I did that the other day too. So let's get the right one. Here's that. I'm just going to take that other one and put it right where it belongs so I quit pulling it out. But celebration started July 1st and it goes through August 31st. So the reason I'm telling you all of this good news is when you purchase the Rustic Harvest suite of products, you can choose two $50 items or level 1 items, or there are what they call the free with $100 purchase. You can get one of those or two of the $50 selections out of the celebration catalog. So you get bonus products just for purchasing the products that from Stampin' Up! That you already love. So let me tell you what I've got here for you. So excited to share. So when I received my Hello Harvest bundle, I was looking at it and it was like, oh, it would be cool to put the flowers on the pumpkin and then this cute little banner, and I loved the fonts and this leaf is amazing. And then it was like, hey, wait, last fall I purchased some plates and napkins for an event I had going on, and they look like this. So this napkin, I went upstairs and I was digging through my stuff and I found one, was my inspiration for today's project. So I'm just going to set it up here so we have it for reference. And is what I had to have for supplies is, I'll share my color palette first. I'm using Early Espresso, Soft Suede, Pear Pizzazz, Old Olive, and Cajun Craze. Okay. And I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I'll show you why I had all of these out. The other thing I have are my Stampin' Blend alcohol markers. I have the light and dark crumb cake. Is that right? No. Oh, I see why that looked so dark. It is supposed to be the light and dark crumb cake. I've got the light and dark pumpkin pie, the light and dark soft seafoam, and the light and dark Cajun Craze, okay? I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock that measures 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of crumb cake that measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I have a very vanilla thick cardstock, and this is a card base, measures 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold, match up my edges like I always do, take my bone folder and give that a good crease. Okay, so there's that. And then I forgot to tell you that I am using one of the new embossing folders too. And this is the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. You guys, this thing is like sheer magic. So I'll show you that in just a minute, or how I used that in just a minute. So is what I did is I first off took my piece of 3 3/4 by 5 very vanilla cardstock, and using early espresso ink and the hello from the Hello Harvest stamp set, I'm going to take early espresso. I'm going to get my hello stamp here. I'm going to ink it up, moving it around on my ink pad so I get nice even ink, and I'm just going to stamp that right here. And it's just so that it's above the halfway mark on your card, okay? Then in this Hello Harvest, there's this cool, it's like a line, dash line, and it looks so awesome on here. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it right above. Oh, shoot, I wiggled. All right, let's try again. That's why we have extra paper, right? So I'm going to go hello. See, you guys, stamping is not always just that perfect stamping experience. Things happen. Now, so I don't do it again, well, to avoid doing it again, it may happen. I cleaned my stamp. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to lightly touch and lift. Isn't that cool looking? I'll zoom in just a little so you can. And then I'm going to ink up, and I'm going to touch. Cool, cool, and cool. All right. So then is what we're going to do is take the embossing folder, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to put this in so that the leaves are close to the words that we just stamped, but not on it, okay? So just like that, I've got it sandwiched in there. I'm going to run it through my embossing folder with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And you guys, you know when you're running things through your machine, let's put this down. Whoa, that would have been a big noise. I'm going to put this down. It's just that no slip shelf liner. It helps so that your machine stays right where it should. You always want to put your hinge from your embossing folder. That goes in first. So because this is a 3D embossing folder, I want platform number 1. I want the hinge on my embossing folder, and then I'm going to use the gray plate number 4. I'm just going to roll this through. Okay, so let's take this stuff, set it aside. Ooh, I'm getting too much stuff in my way. I'm going to open this up. And now you can see we've got this beautiful embossing on our piece, okay? So I'm just going to set this to the side for now. We'll be bringing it back in here in just a second. I need a scrap paper, just a scrap piece of printer paper. And I'm going to take my, let's see, where am I? Yeah. I'm going to bring in a piece of crushed curry, just a scrap. And with the soft suede ink, I'm going to ink up the pumpkin and stamp using soft suede on crushed curry. Isn't that pumpkin beautiful? And I have a thing for pumpkins anyway. I'll show you here what I've done. Basically all day today I played with coloring pumpkins, but let's take our light or our dark crumb cake, and I want the pumpkin pie and maybe the crushed curry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fat tip and I'm just going to color in the stem on the pumpkin. I'm going to take the light pumpkin pie and I'm just going to kind of color. Like, I'm going to color nearly the whole pumpkin, and I'll show you the spots I'm going to leave open here for just a little bit. So this is the light pumpkin pie, and you can see I'm just being real random and pretty much coloring where they had colored or shaded, okay? So now I'm going to take the dark pumpkin pie and I'm going to go right around the edges and like down at the bottom here where you would see shading on that pumpkin if it was sitting, okay? So it would be in the, kind of in these, I'll call them veins. And honest, you guys, I am not really good with these Stampin' Blends like some people are, but this one is so easy to make it look like a real pumpkin. I love this. And now I'm going to take the dark crumb cake again, and I'm just going to go very lightly over where this is shaded in brown. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. A little bit more of the light. And I'm leaving some of that crushed curry peek through so that it looks like a real pumpkin. And then once that's dry, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to just color over this whole pumpkin, and it makes it look like it's frosted. It's so pretty. So I think maybe you can see the shimmer from the Wink of Stella on the pumpkin. I'm not sure. But that's all I'm going to do with that pumpkin for now. I'm going to bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine back in. Give me just a minute here. Okay, excellent. Set this on. And then I want to cut out the pumpkin. So right here, here's the pumpkin die from the suite of products. Love that. And then I also want to cut out some of these little squiggles, like they're just the stems, I think, or like the vines from the for the pumpkin. But before I do that, and I kind of forgot about this, sorry, I'm going to take the Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to ink that up, and I think you can, let me just scoot this up a little. So on crumb cake, Pear Pizzazz with the leaf, I'm just going to stamp that right here onto the crumb cake, okay? No big shake there. I don't want to go real far with it because I'm going to use it on my envelope and the inside of my card too. So I'm going to put these on, and I'm going to grab that leaf die as well. We'll just cut everything out at the same time. Okay, put this on. We'll roll it through. Okie doke. So, there's our pumpkin. And let me just grab these others off from here. Our leaf, or our leaf, I should say. I'm gonna get my take your pick tool, and I just wanna pick up the little squiggles there for the pumpkin. All right, move this out again. Lots of back and forth, I know, but we're getting really close now to being able to assemble. Okay, so let's bring in our card. I'm gonna open up the inside. Being the front says hello, the inside is going to be blank. And I'm simply going to stamp one of the leaves down here in the bottom. And then I'm going to grab my Very Vanilla medium envelope. And the flap is on the back. I'm going to ink up the leaf one more time. Leaf. Stamp it there. Okay, so now we've got our matchy-matchy card and envelope. You know how much I love that. No naked envelopes. All right, so let's bring this in. And as what I'm going to do is with my Stampin' Dimensionals, I want to take my vine piece here, and I'm going to flip this over, put this on just like that. Guys, I've made so many of these today, it's like, holy cow. I'll show you some variations too at the end, so stick around. You'll notice I have my July host code up at the top up there. If you place an order with me and your order is $50 or more, not only do you get to pick out an item from the celebration brochure, but I am going to send you a full pack of the Stampin' Up! Masking paper. This stuff is fun. If you don't know how to use it, I've got a couple videos out there. One is on my Facebook page. Actually, I think there's 2 on YouTube and 1 on my Facebook page. So check those out. Because I have embossed this, I want to use our liquid glue to adhere this to our crumb cake mat. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back, mainly by the edges so it stays nice and secure on our card. And I'm just going to lay this down on our mat so that we have just that fine 1/8 of an inch border. Ooh, I'm really zoomed up still. Let's fix that a little bit. How about? Good. All right. So next, I'm going to flip the leaf over, and I'm going to put a dimensional here at the end. Take off the backing with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue there, and then I'm just going to lay this across the bottom. We have one more little, I'm calling them squiggles, for our pumpkin. It's that veining or the stems. And I'm going to put that right on here. Aren't these pumpkins gorgeous? Love, love, love them. So there's that. Now we're going to put this on the front of our card. So as what I want to do is flip this over, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. I just put a new cartridge in there, so I had to get it started. All right, there's that. We'll flip and add this to the front of our card. You guys, how quick and easy is that? And how pretty, right? Now, let's not stop there.
We have got these Festive Pearls, and I love the gold. So I'm going to take a gold little pearl and put it here on the leaf. One back here. And let's do another one right out here just to kind of to ground it a little bit. So there's our card. Isn't it pretty? Now wait, remember I told you, don't go away. I have some more to show you. So remember my napkin was my inspiration, right? So here, check out these cards. I have, again, another orange pumpkin. This one I used Pool Party with the soft seafoam Stampin' Blends. Isn't that pretty? And then this one is the soft seafoam with soft seafoam Stampin' Blends plus the light crumb cake. I seriously fell in love with these pumpkins today. And I hope, look, I forgot to put the Festive Pearls on these, you guys. How in the world did that happen? You guys, I'm always looking for new customers. It's what keeps my business growing, and it's how I meet new stamping friends. So if you've ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, I would love to have you on my team. And if you'd like to just be a customer with a demonstrator who inspires you to create and who treats you to fun little get-togethers, gatherings, inspiration, keeps you informed about what's upcoming at Stampin' Up, I'm your girl. So that's today's project. I hope you love it. And until next time, bye-bye.